Welcome to Miller's Mods, ladies and gentlemen. So this video is a little different. I've seen online, and I actually am subscribed to coop772's channel, and he retired after 10 years. Which I know a lot of people in the community are upset about this, and I understand that. The man's been around forever. To be honest with you, coop772 was one of the first YouTubers I ended up watching. It was him, Drac, and PDK Films. Which is what it is. But that's how I got my introduction into this fine community. Was through people like coop772. But you people are acting like it's the end of the world. It's not. Granted, I'll miss him too. He was a nice person. He had nice content, But what you have to understand is that sitting here making videos is hard. Okay, the reason why I say that is, now granted, you guys think you will, all you gotta do is sit in front of the camera, flap your lips for a few minutes. Yeah, that's right. But you also have to think of content. You have to find content. You have to find blasters. To give you an idea, I spend about 20 to 25 hours a week checking different sites, different companies, looking for new releases, just so I can show you people stuff you've never seen before. Yeah, it's really like that. It becomes a consuming effort to put out decent content for people. And so I get that, and I don't know exactly what his problems were or why he left. He said he was moving, which I get, starting a new job, whatever. And he's starting off all stuff. That's awesome too. I'm not gonna doubt anybody or hate on anybody for doing that. If that's what makes him happy, that's what makes him happy. But you got to consider it this way. In his video, in his final video, when he was, or second to final video, when he was talking about the stuff he was giving away or selling. Okay, a lot of his mods, yes, they're primitive by our standards today, as in we have evolving technology. Okay, back then, IMRs were the best thing since sliced bread, this, that, the other. Now everything is all lipo powered. Okay, stuff like that. But what it is that he was one of the people that originally started this, okay, along with Drac and other people like that, which is awesome too. But don't be upset for him that he's leaving. You should be glad that he's leaving. The reason being is it's part of natural evolution, just like the community here. If you think about it, even he said in his video on his modifications, by today's standards, many of them are crude, and are very, very beyond basic by today's standards. Now, 10 years ago, they were the bee's knees. For lack of better terminology, it is what it is. But it's natural evolution. He's going on to do whatever it is he's going to do and find happiness. After a certain point, everybody gets burnt out with doing this, with making videos, making whatever. Look at this weekend of Adriana. They're out of business. Brett, the guy that wears the beret. I love his videos. He's definitely a funny cat, but even he said he's taking a step back just because of real life obligations. Like I said, videos aren't easy to make, okay? I upload 2 to 3 times a week, okay? And making content like that, you people say, well, all you do is just talk in front of camera. I do. But like I said, in the meantime, I'm looking for new content. I'm thinking of ideas for different content. Range day shootings, talking about firing systems on blasters, things like that. Things that are designed to help new people in the community. Because I remember what it was like to be new at 1.2 back in 2019 when I came in. Like I said, I was watching Coop for a long time. But don't fret about it. Don't be upset about it, guys. There's really no reason for it. You should be happy for him. You should congratulate him that he's moving on. And if you've got the money and you want to buy some of his things, by all means, go for it. Me, however, there's not anything really there I want. You know, and I know that's kind of strange, but it is what it is. You know, but don't be upset for it. Be happy for him, you know, and look at it this way. It's kind of like the old guard is leaving and the new guard is coming in. It's the changing of the guard. You know, because if you think about it, a couple years ago, Dr. Flux wasn't that big. Now he's ballooned up. The same as that old Nerf guy, same as Mongoose Jake. Even myself, I've grown 1,000 subs within a year and a half of doing this. You know, because I realistically started making content like this in 2021. So within a year and change or so, you know, what's this, middle of 2023, and I'm up over 1,100. So it's about the changing of the guard. You know, people want to see new things. You know, and for me, towards the end, I'll admit freely, Coop's reviews were pretty stale. Not stale because he said end strike barrel log 987 times, or end strike stock attachment point a bazillion times, or lack thereof. No, they got stale for me because I wrote a lot of what he put up. I've already had or I've already seen. When I say that, I mean, let's say, for example, the worker herder. Okay, I was one of the first actual reviewers to have that in this, that actually had that review up in the United States. The reason being is I had a company send me one. Not a big deal, you know. I was lucky. I lucked out on that, but I beat Coop to the punch. I beat Track to the punch. I beat everybody else to the punch. All but Luke from Out of Darts, but Luke is selling the product. So that's what it is. But that blaster, for example, I had it up like 3 days before Coop did. So I knew everything about that blast before it happened. But lately, it's been happening like that a lot with a lot of other reviewers too. Is that, you know, people like Drac and stuff like that, well, they give excellent reviews, and I won't take anything away from that, you know. But for me personally, I already know about the product, or I have the product in my hand by the time they do the reviews. So a lot of times the reviews are kind of null and void to me. But these were the people that I started watching. You guys have to remember that. But what we're having now and what it looks like to me is it's just a changing of the guard. The old are coming out. It's kind of like New Year's. Out with the old and in with the new. You know, that's it. You know, the one thing is that I understand everybody loved coop772, and I did too, and I will certainly miss him. But in my opinion, it's also a good thing because it shows natural innovation in the community and the ability to move forward. You know, but if you people are truly that upset about it, which some people are, you know, and I understand that. If you're truly that upset about it, just find another YouTuber to watch. You could watch any number of them. There's hundreds of them out here. You could watch myself. You could watch Tag. You could watch Grimm's Mods, Xfox Games, Mongoose Jake, Walcom, Xavier, Drac. Good God, the list goes on and on. You know, Gordon So, Bradley Phillips. You know, I watch a bunch of him too. You know, but the main YouTubers that I watch is that I watch a lot of the smaller channels. Also a lot of channels that aren't from the United States. Because they'll see blasters before I will. That's it. You know, but like I said, don't be upset that our Coop is going away, you know. You just rejoice in it and realize it's the changing of the guard. That's all it is. But in any event, ladies and gentlemen, these are my simple thoughts and takes on Frank Cooper, a.k.a. coop772, leaving the community and selling off his stuff and all that. Until next time, this is Milo's Mods, signing off.